We have all heard about the benefits of fermented milk products. And this is true, because those microorganisms that live in fermented milk products bring great benefits to our intestines and many other organs. And it is not by chance that experts recommend that sour milk products be included in our diet without fail. But here there is one nuance. The fact is that some fermented milk products will do you more harm than good. And you need to know about these products. At the same time, some fermented milk products are much more useful than their other representatives. So in this video, I decided to make such a purposeful selection. At the beginning, we will talk about the most harmful fermented milk products, and then I will tell you about the most useful fermented milk products so that you will have a complete picture. Watch the video to the end. It will be very interesting, useful and delicious. So let's go. By the way, friends, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell too. Do not miss any of my new items. So, let's talk at the beginning about harmful fermented milk products. Item number 1 is processed cheese. Processed cheese really probably does more harm than good. On the one hand, it is a source of calcium, phosphorus, and some vitamins, but on the other hand, it is an excellent source of phosphates. Phosphates are those substances that are added to give it a pasty texture. And phosphates are obviously harmful. This is proven. In particular, phosphates interfere with the absorption of calcium. Moreover, significant doses of phosphates begin to destroy the calcium reserves in your body. That is, if we abuse processed cheeses, then we can really earn ourselves a problem with bones. And especially phosphates are dangerous for children. Abuse of processed cheeses can even cause rickets. In addition, the processed cheese contains lethal doses of sodium. It is too salty. Although this very property could be noted, for example, by those people who like to go on mountain hikes. Well, for example me. There is no refrigerator in the mountains. But it is well known that ordinary cheese is stored in the conditions of a hike for several days. But the melted cheese is stored for an order of magnitude longer. That is why hikers often take with them ordinary cheese plus melted. The first days we eat ordinary cheese until it deteriorates, and then the entrance is melted. Well, in conditions of necessity, when something needs to be eaten, and there is nothing else, you can resort to this. Yes, sometimes you really think about how good it is when you know how our body works. And how good it is to know what you can eat, what you can't, and what is better to do for our health and well-being. And if you want to know much more about how to become healthy and live a long and happy life, then especially for you, I have a video course Super Health, and there are as many as 20 detailed videos where I analyze all these issues. How should I eat? How should I train? What you need to know about our body is very useful information that everyone needs. And also, in addition to 20 videos, I also give a lot of additional information. These are various studies, infographics, tables, in general, everything you need to know. And also, along with the course, there is a closed community of like-minded people where people communicate with each other and pump each other even more. So this course will give you a complete understanding of all the basics of how to be healthy and live a long happy life. And where can I watch this course? Of course, follow the link in the description. So by all means follow the link, watch the video course, and everything will be great for you. Go ahead. Let's move on. The next fermented milk product, from which there will definitely be more harm than good, is the following combination. Not greasy sweet yogurt. But if you buy yogurt in the store with a reduced fat content, and even with a sweet taste, then do not think that you are eating something healthy. Of course, it can be used as a source of calories, because it's better than going hungry all day. I took a snack with me, a bottle of yogurt, and you will be refreshed with energy. It's good. But the benefits of such a product should not be expected. Why? First of all, any low-fat dairy products, they are to some extent flawed. Firstly, calcium from low-fat fermented milk is usually not digested, because it goes through such chemical processes that the body is simply immune to this form of calcium. Secondly, if you read the composition of low-fat yogurt, then starch is very often added there. It would seem that what makes starch in yogurt, starch instead of potatoes. How did it get into the dairy product? But they really write yogurt, composition, starch on the label. Starch is added there artificially to give it a consistency to thicken it. The benefits of such starch are not really there, it is actually sugar. And another component that I mentioned is the sweet taste. Of course. Very often, Huge doses of sugar are poured into yogurts, so that sugar is almost like in soda. Of course, any fermented milk products should be sugar-free. Let's move on. The next item is fermented milk products with milk fat substitutes. Yes, that's the whole problem. I must say that it depends on the country. Because, for example, in Europe, it is literally prohibited, but for example in Russia, it is allowed. That is, in principle, it is possible to make cheese based on palm oil. It's legal. We can only hope that the manufacturer himself will write that there is palm oil in the composition. That is, God forbid you buy, for example, sour cream or cheese, and the composition is written vegetable oil. Everyone, put it on the shelf, and stay away from this product. There should be no vegetable component in cheese, sour cream and similar products. And finally I will add, probably still obvious points for you, but these are all sweets wrapped in dairy products. That is, for example, condensed milk. It's certainly a nightmare, it's just an injection of sugar. Glazed cheeses, and also nothing good. Boiled condensed milk goes there too. Here I think everything is already clear. And now we turn to the most useful fermented milk products. And then point number 1 is natural yogurt. It is natural yogurt, made with high-quality bacterial starter culture, without the addition of sugar and other unnecessary ingredients. I must say that buying such a real live yogurt in the supermarket is a problem. Of course, you can look for it somewhere in the health food departments, but no one will give you a guarantee that it will be a really high-quality yogurt, so the best way is to cook live yogurt yourself. Bacterial starter culture is bought separately, which is stored in the refrigerator or even in the freezer. This usually white powder is pure bacteria. Then milk is bought, usually not ultra-pasteurized, but simply pasteurized. That is, the milk that quickly turns sour, literally in a week. The starter is added to the milk and then cooked, either on the windowsill or on the battery. Or the most optimal is if there is a yogurt maker. It is capable of providing the desired temperature for a long period. And the output turns out to be a very useful product. What is the principle here? The fact is that milk contains, as we well know, lactose. Lactose is milk sugar, i.e. it is a simple carbohydrate. When we add bacteria to this very milk, the bacteria begin to eat this lactose. In other words, it is a source of energy for them. They eat it, they multiply there, continue to eat lactose, and multiply. As a result, our dairy product becomes fermented milk, that is, it turns sour due to these bacteria. That is why there will be no lactose in the finished yogurt, because these bacteria have eaten it. So these very bacteria will have the greatest benefit for our intestines, and the whole body too. Because healthy intestines and healthy microflora have been proven to strengthen our immune system and nervous system, and have a positive effect on our moods and mental abilities. Yes, oddly enough. And the intestinal microflora is actually a separate organ, because the body of an adult healthy person contains from 1 to 2 kilograms of microbes. That is, you can imagine, and this is the norm. And we have to help the good microbes conditionally defeat the bad microbes. Let's move on. The next item is cheese. Which cheese will be most useful for our body? Here, oddly enough, nutritionists often recommend cheeses made from sheep's or goat's milk. And there are a number of reasons for this. Firstly, there is absolutely no lactose in such cheeses. Goat cheese is also less caloric and contains a huge amount of protein. And it also contains a lot of potassium, calcium, magnesium, B vitamins, vitamin C. A very good composition of probiotics, that is, useful microflora. Well, friends, and I remind you about my video course, Super Health. 20 detailed video lessons where we analyze nutrition, training, and everything you need to know about a healthy lifestyle. The link to the course you have just appeared on the screen, as well as in the description and in the upper comment. I also pinned it. Be sure to go and watch it. And if you like this video, then like and subscribe to my channel, and see you on my other videos. See you later.